Main download dia. Okay. Main download, okay. Jadi tunggu download, okay.
Match. Match.
So we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. The action has already started. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rafinha. Can he latch on to this? Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Vinicius Junior. That's good play. Played into space out wide. Oh, what a climb! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lewandowski! Pedri. That's Guardiola. Pedri. And he was quick to react. And it's Jordi Alba. Played over towards the opposite flank. It's Belletti. Danny Vivian. And it's Belletti. Rafinha. That has been cut short.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Belletti. Vinicius Junior. Pedri. He's got away. Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Iniesta. That is ended up in no man's land. Floated through. Iniesta. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. Distributed tidily. And it's Belletti. To Guardiola. Belletti. What a throw in. Danny Vivian, played back to the goalkeeper. Jordi Alba. Rafinha. It's Pedri. Oh, delicate chip through. Kubasi. Pedri. And it's Jordi Alba. And Kubasi. Belletti. Belletti. Oh, red. Nice interception. Beckham. Vinicius Junior. Rafinha. Rafinha! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Yamal. Good ball over the top. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Guardiola.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Rafinha. Jordi Alba wins the duel this time. Xavi gets rid without sophistication. Witsel. Jordi Alba. The ball has bounced loose now. Danny Vivian. Araujo gets over and intercepts. Xavi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yamal. And it's Belletti. And he's intervened well there. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Xavi spots it and intercepts. Some resolute defending there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Guardiola. It's run loose here. Hits one! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Suarez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Xavi.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? No, that's been intercepted. And here's Iniesta. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Luis Suarez. Yamal. More and more pressure on the ball here. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. 60 minutes played.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Barcelona showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Belletti. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Back into the middle. That is good alertness. That looks and Beckham! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed into the middle. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
El dorsal 9, Bale. El dorsal 8, Iniesta. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, Neymar. El dorsal 19.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Jordi Alba has created one goal already. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. It's a really well-measured ball. He's found a way through. In comes the delivery. Witsel getting this one clear. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Short changes him with that pass. Vinicius Junior, and he's picked out the run. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
The pass has gone astray. And it's Luis Suarez. Well, nicely intercepted. Barcelona must do something here, and very quickly.
All they need is one big...
He's had a shot! It's in! Barcelona are back in business. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Listen, with the momentum that goal gives them now, they may well push for a winner before the 90 minutes is up. Players don't like extra time, believe me.
That is a brilliant interception. Witsel. Yamal!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. That's Guardiola. Well timed, excellent interception. We are into stoppage time. Bellingham.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Barcelona displayed great character to force extra time. Ah, he's given it away! Oh, that's fabulous!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kubasi. Guardiola. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's well spotted. Pedri. And it's Jordi Alba.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Chouameni. For Messi. Chouameni. Xavi. Quality ball. Neymar. Xavi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Great ball, and he's in here. There's the hit! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Barcelona take the lead. Xavi. Araujo. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. The fullback is in acres of space here. Oh, shooting chance! So close to drawing level.
That's a great response, though, and it's a statement declaring that they're not done with this yet.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! We've reached the midway point in extra time. So a thrilling culmination to the first period, but despite all of that, the two sides still separated by a single goal. Yeah, 90 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra 30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? It's a decent-looking cross. And he cuts out the supply. Pablo Barrios! And that could come back to haunt them.
Pablo Barrios couldn't quite put that away, but there's plenty of positives in how they've responded.
Jordi Alba será reemplazado por el dorsal 3.
Jordi Alba. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Pedri. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Barcelona need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Vinicius Junior. He's played him through. Mbappe. Mbappe! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Vinicius Junior, he's tried one! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And time is up. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. We have already started here. That's a good ball played into space. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Lino. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Axel Witsel is certainly a man known for his robustness. A great filter in the midfield, but also a very key player with those quick transitions. His game is well suited to countering with his passing and, of course, that physicality he can add.
Yeah, and he rises! He's got away with one there. Valverde. De Jong. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. To Messi. Belletti. He's in plenty of space here. And here's Suarez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Lewandowski. He's found a way through. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. De Jong.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, to... Big chance! They've scored!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Pedri.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Pedri. This is De Jong. Mbappe. It's out for a goal kick. That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Oh, that was expansive and incisive.
Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bellingham. Goes back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Beckham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, well played.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed, and the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Xavi. Pedri just eases him off the ball. And it's Messi. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Witsel. Xavi. Luis Suarez. Now it's Beckham. Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Valverde makes the interception. And back to the keeper they go. And the first half is done. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6, Xavi, será sustituido por...
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just...
There's the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
It's a pretty loose pass. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going...
Can he put it away? He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Pedri. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Climbs up big! Good delivery, but no joy.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Witzel. Lino.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And he was quick to react. Shifted it to the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the ball's a good one here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That'll be a throw-in. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Nino did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And the shot! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And surely that settles it. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Out of play for a throw.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Lino tries to clear. Valverde, quality ball. Witzel cuts out the pass. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Araujo. Now it's Mbappe. And he's got the beating of his man. Shapes to shoot! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
De Jong. Now Lino. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution window. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, taken with style! And that is goal number 20. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Neymar. Driving on and making good progress. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Pedri. Lino. Pedri. Tchouaméni cuts it out. Now it's Neymar. Yamal. De Jong. Gently done. Nicely worked. Casillas with the clearance. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Messi carries the ball down the right. And now the hit! And that's off target. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. De Jong.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Messi! No mistake! Terrible error, duly punished. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Oh, they could be caught out here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Real chance! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And it has to be said, an absolute gift. Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Defeated, dejected. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. And we have our very first corner. And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's heaved it away. And it's Belletti. Can he put it away? A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Pablo Barrios. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was all...
And the shot! Really well taken goal. Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
Yeah, the assistant did have his flag up. The referee seemed to spot it late, though. Nevertheless, the right decision.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Played into space out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Vinicius Junior! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Van Nistelrooy. No luck with that dink over the top. Referee has just said play on. Vinicius Junior. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, nicely intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Belletti. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's Forlan! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Belletti. Ball is over the line. Oh, it's a nice idea, but it's Luis Suarez! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Rodrigo. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. has ended up in no man's land. Martinez. Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar. And Pablo Barrios. And here's Suarez. Chips it through. Now that's well seen too. Neymar. Oh, a delicate chip through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Guti. No way through. Tchouaméni gets over and intercepts. Threads one in. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Barrios. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Forlan providing an outlet on that flank. Araujo. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Koundé. Rodrigo. And we hit half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we're underway again.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Rodrigo.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. He can get that clear. Barrios. He won't be happy with that one. Tries a shot! It's in!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage to every one of his teammates from here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Van Nistelrooy really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Araujo makes the interception. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And Van Nistelrooy! They want to be quick to recover this. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And it's been taken short. Ricky Puig stood his ground strongly. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Guti. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Nistelrooy showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Back towards the middle. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's a mighty effort! Yes, it's in! Barcelona are back in business. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Marcó en el minuto 66 el dorsal 20. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6 será sustituido por el dorsal 8, Iniesta.
Barcelona making consecutive changes here. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
That has certainly made things interesting. Great hit! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Gol del Barcelona. Marcó en el minuto 69.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Griezmann joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Neymar, Luis Suarez. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. And he's found a way past. Into the last quarter of an hour. And the pass is intercepted. Barcelona have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Now it's Forlan.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Araujo spots it and intercepts. He's under a lot of pressure there. Back into the middle. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! That is decidedly lacking.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
El dorsal 17, Forlan. El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 23. Beckham. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Moved on forwards. Now he's off and running. Pinches it off him. And there's green grass ahead of him. Luis Suarez.
Barcelona can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
That's a shade optimistic. I think we're just about done here. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Succumbs to the pressure. Neymar. And here's Suarez. Lewandowski. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Pass somewhat off target. Neymar. Iniesta has created one goal already. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Ferran Torres. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Barcelona can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.